What up, everyone? Welcome to StackBMX.com's social media and YouTube channel. I'm Count Sapale. Today, we're going to do an explained and review on the Demoiltion Lightning Guard sprocket. So, as always, we're doing contests on our YouTube channel. We're giving away free stuff over there, and including a bicycle. All you got to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on your notification bells, and comment on this video to enter. And yeah, if you hang tight later on in this video, we'll tell you all the rules and exactly what you're getting and stuff like that. So if you're watching this on a different platform, head over to YouTube and enter to win some free stuff. But yeah, let's get to it. Let's talk about this Demoiltion Guard sprocket and kind of help you guys figure out if this sprocket is right for you. So, as always, I like to start off on the aesthetics and what it looks like and, kind of what it is, and then go into the tech, because the first thing we see is, or first thing that we notice about anything is usually our sight. Unless you're blind, you usually feel it, but most of you guys are watching this video, so you probably can use your eyes. So, yeah, let's check it out. So, I think this is pretty cool because originally Demoiltion kind of used this lightning bolt as their logo and stuff like this, and this thing looks pretty sick. And also too, having it as a guard sprocket is kind of like the new hot thing. Not just because it's cool or whatever like that, but it actually has a function and it actually looks cool. So killing two birds with one stone, I think that's super fresh. I think it's dope that Demoiltion did this, kind of doing a throwback and also creating like a new style of sprocket. So yeah, like I noticed, this thing's actually CNC'd down. It looks kind of cool because it has these little, I would say they use the ball end mill, and then you could kind of see a little bit of texture right here where it rolls over, and then it grind it into here, and it makes a pretty sick logo. So I don't know if you can see that. Another thing is that it's got this Demoiltion logo in here as well. It's got a really small ball end mill, and it just came in and engraved it super deep. So I think that's pretty cool. And then also too, it's got the size and this material. So that's pretty dope too, because if you grind or rub it on something, this thing's gonna always be there because it's super deep. I think the main thing that makes this sprocket look the coolest is basically just how it's shaped. It's very smooth. It kind of has a flat, like semi-gloss finish. But I like the fact that it's like rounded out right here. It looks like a lot of car rims and stuff like that. It just looks super dope. Also too, it's kind of got like, these 4 holes in there, so it kind of still looks like a rim. But if you actually look at it sideways, it looks really thick. So this thing looks super beefy, and you definitely know that you're not going to be bending this sprocket at all. So if you're looking for something that's really tough, durable, like definitely this sprocket is for you. Another thing I noticed is that it's got some crank bolt holes right here, and they're actually machined down, and it's kind of countersunk so that the crank arm actually sits down a little bit lower and a little bit lower here. If you are riding like, let's say aluminum crank arm, or maybe a chromoly crank arm that has a really big flat surface, then I would say this here might not fit for you, and you might need to actually file this down or grind or get a Dremel and kind of clean it up and give you a little bit more space. So if you have that style of crank, I would stay kind of away from this. But if you got like a Demoiltion crank or something with like the standard bolt hole, this would fit up perfectly fine. So that's the one thing I kind of see on here. I never try to give too much negative things, but kind of show you what's going on. But not saying that's not negative or anything like that. I'm just saying be aware with that, because I would hate for you to buy a sprocket and you got some old school power bike cranks and it just doesn't fit on there, and then you got to file down your power bike cranks or the actual sprocket. So if you're okay with that, then no worries. Just buy what you want to do, grind what you want to do, and make it work. So next thing up is the actual sprocket. I noticed this one's a little bit different than some of them. I noticed that the actual guard sprocket is slightly thinner. That's kind of crazy. I mean, just being so thin, but at the same time, like being 70-75 aluminum, I think that's why they did it, to make it a little bit lighter than most of the other sprockets. So this is made out of 70-75 aluminum, which is a little bit more, like a little bit heavier duty than most of the other sprockets, because it's actually a harder metal. So alloy, these little numbers here, just they're basically like the recipe of the actual aluminum. So the lower the number, the softer the aluminum. The higher the number, the more different alloys that they put in it, so that it becomes harder. So 70-75, definitely a little bit harder. Also, too, having the different hardness of aluminum changes the actual color of anodizing. So yeah, I mean, I think that's why this is a little bit different color than most. So yeah, I think that's cool that it's a little bit thinner, probably lot stronger than a lot of the other sprockets. Another thing I noticed, you can't really see it. I'm trying to show you, but yeah, you can see it right there. I've seen a lot of other sprockets where they got a ball and mill and they go in there and then it's all rounded out. This one actually has a really sharp edge and they got a little taper right there. And let me see if I can try to shine it a little bit. Yeah, and just kind of shine it right there. Yeah, it's just like a really slight angle so that almost any chain could fit on here. This one too is flat on the back side, so you can run it as close as you want to the bottom bracket, and the teeth are chamfered so that your chain drops on there and rolls and spins really freely. So yeah, overall this is a little bit thinner than most of the other sprockets. As far as like quality wise, I think this would definitely hold up. So if you're worried about bending it or anything like that, this thing will definitely not bend. I mean, obviously I'm not going to bend it right here, but if you're doing sprocket stalls and disasters, crank arm grinds on your right hand side, if you're doing like, somewhat like a over crank arm and you're hitting your chain, this sprocket will actually protect it and keep your chain from breaking. So yeah, cool job over there. Over there at Demoiltion, these guys absolutely crushed it on this sprocket, made something a little bit different. I know you guys can't see everything from pictures, so I hope this helped you out, get a little bit more in-depth look of this actual sprocket and understand what all the little features are on it, and help you make a great decision on buying a new sprocket, or if you're looking into a guard sprocket. I think I hope this helped you out. But kind of just off the bat, this thing is designed for all style riding. If you're riding trails and stuff like that and you're worried about weight, maybe stay away from a guard sprocket because it is going to be a little bit heavier. But if you like the aesthetics of it and you like the way it looks, go ahead and buy this one. If you're into parks and street and stuff like that, definitely get something like this to protect your chain and keep you rolling a little bit longer. This sprocket here retails for $54.95. You can find it on our website at stackedbmx.com. You can hit that link right there to purchase it or find any more info on it. This one's available in only black at the moment. It probably will come in other colors as well, but right now it's only available in black and in size 25 tooth and 28. If you're riding a regular 9-tooth cassette, we would recommend riding a 25-tooth sprocket. And if you're riding a free coaster with a 9-tooth driver on the rear, then we would suggest running the 28 so that when you actually take a pedal or you're riding around town, that sprocket sucks up a little bit more chain, makes the hub engage a little bit faster, and just makes it a little bit nicer for riding around town and stuff like that. So if you're not riding around town and you just like that gear ratio, do what you like. It's all based off of preference and stuff like that. So yeah, we hope that helped you out, figure out if this sprocket was right for you. This is the Demoiltion Lightning Guard sprocket. So like I told you guys earlier, we're going to give away free stuff on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on another platform, head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/stackedbmx and subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on your notification bells, and then give us a comment and tell us what you like about this video, what you don't like about this video, other products that we should review, other how-tos that you need tips on, pretty much anything that you want us to know about our YouTube channel that can help us make a better YouTube channel. So do all that. I'll enter you into the contest at 2,500 subscribers, which you already hit. You'll win a free parts package from Stranger, or actually it's from us, but it's a Stranger's parts package, and it's filled with 2 tires, a pair of grips, and a seat. And all you got to do is do those things, and then I'll enter you into that contest. And then at 500 subscribers, we're going to give away a free bicycle retailed at $289.95. So if you go back to some of our old videos, you can comment there to enter more times. The more videos that you comment on, the more times it's going to actually enter you. And then in the future, when we do more contests, it'll actually enter you to all those contests as well. So the same rules will apply. So yeah, we want to wish you good luck. Hopefully you guys win some free stuff from us. And thank you for supporting Stack BMX Shop. Thanks for checking us out on Instagram at Stack BMX Shop. Thanks for checking us out on Facebook.com/StackBMX. Thanks for checking me out at Can't Stop LA. We hope this helped you guys out. Hope you guys shred tough, and see you next time.